We've got some fighting words. California cannabis market has long been touted as the largest legal cannabis market in the world by politicians and advocates alike. Governor Gavin Newsom even reiterated this claim twice in the past 2 months. However, recent data suggests that California's dominance in the cannabis industry might be slipping. According to BDSA, a cannabis analytics firm, Michigan now sells more legal cannabis than California. You heard that right. Michigan. In March, Michigan sold 22 million cannabis products, while California lagged slightly behind with 21.3 million. It's worth noting that any individual packaging of cannabis, like flower or a vape pen, counts as a product, but rolling papers and pipes do not. BDSA uses point-of-sale data to calculate overall product sales, and while it's not clear exactly when Michigan surpassed California, the sales numbers from earlier this year show a significant shift. This is the first time data has indicated that a state other than California has sold the most cannabis products in America, but don't start writing off California just yet. The state still brings in more cannabis cash than any other. In the first 3 months of 2024, California sold $1 billion worth of cannabis compared to Michigan's $786 million. The disparity between sales revenue and overall products sold likely comes down to price. Legal cannabis is remarkably cheap in Michigan, especially when compared to the often expensive options in California. So which state has the largest market now? That depends on which metric you pay attention to. Unit sales or overall revenue. Regardless of how you slice it, Michigan's ability to sell more pot than California, despite having a quarter of its population, highlights a significant use in California's legal market. Hirsch Jan, a cannabis consultant advocate, put it bluntly: Michigan is unquestionably better at running the legal cannabis market than California. Michigan illustrates the way that California has squandered the opportunity. California's legal cannabis market is capturing only a fraction of its total potential. Illicit retailers are still selling billions of dollars worth of cannabis outside the legal market. High cannabis taxes and cost regulations have made legal cannabis expensive, while weak enforcement against illegal goods has allowed cheap, tax-free pot to thrive. Now, this means less tax revenue from cannabis legalization than expected. The first quarter of 2024 saw the lowest legal sales in nearly 4 years, leading to more business failures and less government funding. Michigan, on the other hand, has forced consumers into the legal market through strong enforcement against illegal sales by imposing one of the lowest cannabis tax rates in the country. As a result, legal cannabis is affordable and convenient for customers. Jane explained, in Michigan, blue-collar people can afford cannabis products at a price that's affordable to them, and they don't have to drive hours to do so. Another factor in Michigan's favor is that its neighboring states don't currently have illegal adult use pot sales, likely attracting out-of-state consumers. This is something California doesn't benefit from, as legal adult use is legal in Oregon, Nevada, and Arizona. However, Jane estimated that these out-of-state consumers only contribute to 5 to 10% of Michigan's overall sales. So what does it all mean? California might have to rethink its approach if it wants to help their legal industry succeed. Meanwhile, Michigan seems to be setting an example of how to make legal cannabis work effectively. And yet, despite all this, California still manages to make more money from cannabis sales. And let's be honest, the state is the biggest supplier in the illicit market around the world. The Golden State might be down, but it's far from out. I'm Stone Slade reporting for the High at 9 News.
Stone Slade, I'm calling fake news on this story.
Oh, what are you talking about?
100%. This story is totally skewed, okay? And I'm spelling it SKU apostrophe D. It's totally skewed. Okay, first of all, okay, all right, Dad. Yes, all right. So first of all, it's only based off of products sold. Okay, it's not based off of any weight. So like an ounce would count the same as one pre-roll or one package of gummies in this instance. Second reason for why it's SKU'd, skewed, okay, is the fact that. How do I word this? BDS and Headset, they partner with different retails. So their data only comes from those retail establishments that they partner with. So it's not a culmination of the entire market. Like they're not pulling this information from Metric and then seeing all retail sales and delivery sales and whatnot. This is only from the retail partners that they partner with to extract their data. And there's two main companies companies, Headset and BDS, that do this kind of thing, and so some dispensaries work with both. Some dispensaries only work with one or the other. So I would say this is a totally skewed story.
That was good. That was very good.
Jason over there with the Emerald Cup hangover.
Well, shout out to this person right here, P24, personal home grow, number 24.
Are you sure that's not? You sure that's not from Michigan?
I mean, I didn't get it in Michigan. I'll tell you that much. You know.
Come on, White Gucci.
Yes. I'm just telling you, I got experience out there.
Oh man,
one of the problems we have in California is baked into our Constitution and in Prop 64, and all the laws that came along with that is local control.
Yep.
Not every state has that, and to fix California's problem, we're going to have to do something about local control, because alcohol isn't local controlled. You can control the zones it goes in and stuff like that. You can't stop someone from getting a state alcohol license in California.
Yep.
But you can stop them from getting a state a state cannabis license. The local jurisdiction says, no, we're not going to do it. And we still, what are we up, 60-70% of the state still officially doesn't allow it?
Correct. 60% of the municipalities have no form of retail sales going on within their jurisdictions.
But you can bet your ass that right around the corner from City Hall, you can buy some weed. Okay? And that's where this whole thing is just upside down and backwards, because we're still expending resources chasing the black market, which is stupid. And if we could get a model going, you could show everybody that if you green light people to do this, stop so many regulations and taxes and step out of the way, the illegal market will die on the vine, because we take away the economic incentive and they go away. But there's too many dollars involved in fighting this and chasing this. You can't hardly break through the common sense that we get out of Michigan is lower the taxes, and guess what? Sell more weed.
Yeah, that's what Michigan deserves their flowers there, 100%. Yeah. With the lower taxes, I mean, they're competing with California even with skewed numbers, SKU numbers.
You like that, huh, Stone?
I liked it. It was really good, really good. But way less population, and they're selling some good, selling good numbers.
Bro, most of their customers are coming from out of state. Stone.
5 to 10%, they say.
Ohio.
It's all Ohio.
If you believe the numbers.
Yeah.
They're not getting raped at the local level. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. The operators aren't paying as much taxes, which means the consumers aren't paying as much taxes. So it's gonna cost less. And from what I've heard, I still have not had any Michigander weed, but from what I've heard, they got some good products.
No, they do have good products out there. Michigan does have some fire. I will say that. I know a lot of good people out there in Michigan that are producing great stuff, and probably even some stuff that I would even smoke. But
it's an easy formula, right?
But
easy formula for success, man.
But I can tell you right now, Stone Slade, I have another reason why this story is skewed.
Okay.
Yeah, you know why? Because what they really should be talking about, we're talking about the king of cannabis, so per se, as far as states go, would be the amount of production of products that happens within a state, and California blows Michigan out of the water when it comes to those numbers. So where's all the weed going, you guys?
You said like 3 Michigans in California?
Yeah.
Production-wise, we produce more flower, we produce more products, more consumer packaged goods than Michigan does. 100%.
Here's the thing. I think Michigan's going to continue with an upward trajectory because they don't really have much else like with that economy that is going upward. Right? Like the whole auto industry is like leaving Michigan.
Yep.
What else do they produce besides football?
Oh, you don't want me to go there. I'm not touching that one. You tried setting me up for a hot one right there, Rico. I see exactly what you did there. I see exactly what you did there. Yeah, I'm not taking that bait. I'm not taking the bait. But I'll tell you what, since you want to throw out the bait like that, I'm going to just roll in to this next story. You ready for this?